Hey Richard, you wanted to know um, what about us, if we're interested, uh, that qualifies us or suggests that we deserve the honorable title of being a Kentucky Colonel. Well, I'm sure out of 10,000 subscribers, there are probably more than three more deserving than me, but I figured I'd just throw my hat in the ring and see what happens. But let me show you a little slideshow that I've got that kind of describes my background and where I'm coming from and what I have contributed and what I do contribute back to my society anyway. Um, I wasn't born in the United States. I was actually born in Vietnam. That's my grandfather there. I was probably about 4 or 5 years old there, but I was 6 years old when things kind of came to a head, and we had to leave our country with literally the shirts on our backs. So when we got to the United States, our first family mission or goal was to acclimate and to be productive citizens of the United States. And one of the things that I wanted to do in addition to that was to give back to the country that gave our family freedom. So after I graduated high school, I joined the Navy when I was 19. And I also got my U.S. citizenship. My father was a U.S. citizen, so it was just a matter of filing for it. But I did have to file and go through all the paperwork because I was not born in the States. And from there, I had a pretty, I guess you could say, successful career in the military. I did 4 years out in San Diego, where I was an airframes mechanic, and that was during Desert Shield and Desert Storm. And after that, I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, where I did make some deployments overseas. First one was in Cuba, where we were involved in Operation Able Manor, and that was providing aid and supplies to Haitian refugees. From there, I did 2 training cruises where I went overseas to support the missions of the fleet in the Mediterranean. And one of the things that we actually did was supply materials and I guess, supplies to the NATO base in Mogadishu, where the Black Hawk Down incident happened. Then a few years later, we were back off the coast of Haiti, except this time it was to forcefully remove the regime, but at literally the 11th hour they surrendered, so I was involved in that operation. After 8 years in the military, I decided to strike out on my own and decided to get out and go to school and kind of see what the private sector has to offer. So I got my engineering degree and have been gainfully employed as an engineer since then. And one of the things, I guess, one of the contributions is that I have a love for teaching and passing back knowledge and giving back to people and to kids. So I'm heavily involved with Scouts. Both my boys are in Scouts, were in Scouts, and I'm an active leader in my son's Cub Scout pack right now. The other thing is karate. I just recently got my black belt in Tang Soo Do, and I volunteer as much as I can at my karate school. So that's I guess my biggest contribution is just teaching others and volunteering my time to teach others. My profession now is I work for a company, and I'll send you details, the website of where I work and what I do in a PM, but we're involved with making sure that raw materials are safe before they are manufactured into products. So that's the other, I guess, part of my contribution, is that I ensure product safety for society. And yes, I make a good living, but trust me, it's there's a lot easier things to do than this business, but it's rewarding to me because I have a personal interest in it. You know, at the end of the day, I can go home and say I did something that benefited society today. So with that, I hope that's worth consideration for being nominated for Kentucky Colonel. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching.